From my estimation, Anthony Fantano, the internet's busiest music nerd, makes well over $2.8 million a year through 7 income streams. Let's break it down. So let's start with YouTube ad revenue. Anthony Fantano has 3 channels. His original channel called The Needle Drop, where he reviews albums, a second channel titled Fantano, where he talks about other music topics, and a third channel where he shows short clips of his Twitch streams. Combined, they have nearly 4 million subscribers between the 3 of them, and all of them bring in millions of views every single month. His first channel gets a whopping 10.6 million views a month, his second channel gets 8.5 million views a month, and his third channel gets 882,000 views a month. I mean, if you had one of these channels alone, it would be amazing, and he has 3 of them. But keep in mind, Fantano has been on the platform for more than a decade now, so he wasn't pulling in these kinds of views for the first few years. Nearly every big YouTuber took several years to gain traction. So if you want to get popular on YouTube, you gotta really love what you do and post a lot of videos before you get popular. So in total, Fantano gets over 20 million views between his 3 channels. And now we need to multiply that number by his channel's CPM, or how much YouTube pays him per 1,000 views. So every channel has their own CPM, but the average YouTuber gets paid $7 per 1,000 views. So 20.06 million times 7 divided by 1,000 equals $140,439 a month in YouTube ad revenue. But keep in mind, YouTube takes a 45% cut of this. So we need to multiply this number by 55%, which gives us a total of $77,241 a month, or $926,899 just in YouTube ad revenue. That's insane, and we're just getting started. Next up, we have merch, and Fantano is clearly selling a lot of it. If you go to his merch website right now, it says that he has 3 weeks of back orders just on hats alone, which shows you just how much demand there is for his merch. He also sells funny shirts and other hats with different colors, with an average price of around $22 per item. So given he has 3.8 million subscribers across his 3 channels, if 1 out of every 100 subscribers buys 1 item at a $22 price point at some point in the year, that's almost 850 grand a year in just merch sales. And I can almost guarantee that Anthony barely works on the merch business. He's most likely hired someone else to do it. So almost all of this revenue is completely passive. It's just pure profit after he pays for the cost of goods sold and the labor. So the next source of revenue we'll cover is Twitch. Fantano has smartly expanded beyond YouTube and figured out a completely new source of income. Every Friday, he live streams for 4 hours and listens to all the new music from the week and talks to fans and other musicians in the process. So right now he has 1,575 active subscribers, and Twitch pays you $2.49 for each subscriber. So according to my brilliant math skills, that equals $3,921 a month, or $47,061 per year. And that's only for 4 hours of live streaming per week. So let's assume he live streams for 4 hours a week for 52 weeks a year. In total, that's 208 hours of live streaming. So $47,061 in revenue divided by 208 hours of work equals $226 an hour just to have fun and listen to music. Anthony Fantano, you are a genius, sir. And speaking of expanding to other platforms, our next source of revenue is TikTok. And Fantano has amassed quite a following with over 450,000 subscribers. And I mean, he's super active on TikTok, sometimes posting 2 or 3 times a day. And according to this TikTok calculator I found, Fantano makes around $462 per post. And if he posts 10 times a week or 40 times a month on average, that's a cool $14,780 per month, or more than $177,000 a year, just to make quick videos that might only take him a few minutes. When you have a super engaged audience like Fantano, you can bring your audience and put them onto other platforms and make a lot of additional income.
And by the way, you can always subscribe to the free Creator Breakdown newsletter packed with tangible tips on how to become a better YouTuber. I'll leave a link in the description where you can go subscribe now.
So next up, we have sponsorships, and Fantano does something pretty unique here. You see most YouTubers who might have 3 or 4 sponsors that they work with, but Fantano has taken the opposite approach. It looks like he just works with one singular sponsor, and that is a wallet company called Ridge Wallet.
This video is being sponsored by the Ridge. They make these nifty metal plated wallets. Sorry guys, I gotta maintain my place as the #1 minimalist wallet salesman.
Because Fantano only works with one sponsor, he doesn't have to worry about managing relationships with a bunch of different sponsors, which would probably be extremely time consuming. And in addition, Fantano has become an affiliate for Ridge Wallets, meaning that he gets a percentage of every wallet that's being purchased using his link. So not only does he get paid to shout out the company, he also gets paid when people actually go and buy the wallet. So all in all, this sponsorship is extremely hard to estimate without actually seeing the numbers. But looking at other publicly known sponsorships, our research team valued the sponsorship at around $600,000 per year, which is probably being a little too conservative. Fantano could most likely be making 3 or 4 times this much in sponsorships, but not spamming his audience has allowed him to stay relevant on YouTube for over a decade. You see a lot of YouTubers get really popular and then die out because audiences can tell when YouTubers are trying to make money every chance they get. So on your own YouTube channel, don't accept every sponsorship request. Instead, work with a few brands that you can actually get behind and focus on building a sustainable audience that's gonna watch your content for years to come. But the money doesn't end there. Next up, we have Patreon, which is a way for big fans of Fantano to support him with a subscription of either $2, $5, or $10 a month. And in return, you get access to special content, group chats, and other opportunities to interact with Fantano himself. And paying for special access is a business model that's been around forever. Think about backstage passes. It's the same thing. People will pay a lot of money to have access to their favorite creators. So right now, Anthony is sitting around 2,407 patrons per month. And if we assume that most of these patrons choose the middle $5 option, that's over $12,000 a month or $144,420 a year just for allowing people to be a little bit more in on his life. And this wouldn't be a proper estimation if we didn't include an other category for revenue streams we're probably not even thinking about. This would be things like one-off donations he gets from his website, other brand sponsorships we might have missed, or things like in-person events. I think it's safe to say Fantano is making at least an additional $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year that we're not even thinking about. So all of these income streams add up to over $2.8 million. But getting this many views and this much money doesn't come without cost. To be a music reviewer like Fantano, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and deal with a lot of hate comments and critique. Fantano is a polarizing figure. He's definitely not afraid to shell out a negative review for an album, even if everyone else thinks it's great. And even though he's used to all those comments, it's still not easy to be this polarizing. But overall, Fantano shows us that if you can build a loyal following like his that will go with you to other platforms that you expand to, you can make an incredible living off of doing something you truly love. And I mean, it still blows my mind that with a camera and a computer, Anthony Fantano can reach millions of people and make millions of dollars. And I truly think he's someone who deserves it all. I mean, he's been non-stop grinding content since 2009. And like I said, you can join the newsletter if you want more tips on starting a YouTube channel. I'm Jake with Creator Breakdown. Let me know who you want to see next and have a fantastic day.